Welcome to our Latitude Gap Year presentation. My goal is to provide you with information on some incredible opportunities, as well as inspiration to do something amazing before you go to university. But before we get into the details of the program, let's start with a word from some of our volunteers.
You leave high school and then most people start university immediately and you pick something kind of random.
I knew I sort of didn't want to go to uni straight away because I was a bit undecided. I didn't want to go into uni and still be naive to the world.
And you hadn't really had any life experience to actually say, oh, this is what, I actually know what I want to do. I don't know why at 18 you're expected to really know what you want to do.
I really wanted to get out there and make my own impact on the world.
I found that after the stress and hard work of year 12, I really needed a break.
And I was also looking for a challenge. I wanted to really push myself and try something that I would never normally do.
Kind of start fresh and start to make my own path away from that life that I had at high school.
And I wanted to sort of get an experience that would sort of help me grow up and help me understand something that's completely different to what I was used to.
I really needed a big, long break and I wanted to do something with it. I didn't want to just sit around.
When I spoke to a friend of mine who actually went on a gap year to Canada with Lattitude, and I thought, yeah, I could do something like that.
I wanted to help people as well, and I knew that this would be a good way to travel and help people.
Giving back to a community and doing some good in a community that I had never been ever associated with my entire life.
It's always so rewarding being able to help people.
So what is a gap year anyway? As you can see from this picture here, it is that year between high school and university, or whatever it is that you decide to do post-secondary. You'll see the definition here, and as you can see, the focus of your gap year really is around intention and purpose, learning and growth, stepping away and outside of your comfort zone, working on your personal development, and exploring your career opportunities. It's accomplished through a variety of different things. A Latitude gap year allows you to combine volunteering with traveling and exploring the world. You can volunteer for 3 to 12 months, which allows you to have some time in your gap year to pursue other activities like travel. Latitude also offers a few shorter term offerings for those on a tight schedule. I'll speak more about that later. However you choose to do your gap year, just know it does not have to be immediately after high school. Although many students do it this way, and that is the traditional way a gap year has been done over the years, trends are changing, and many students do go later. Latitude is an available option for you until you are 25. Who could you become? The reasons why students consider taking gap years are many, but there are some definite themes. The reasons include a chance to gain experiences and personal growth, to take a break from the academic track for a while, and to explore careers. Or perhaps it's even a plan B. I'm going to be speaking about some research out of the US and Canada. You can probably tell from listening to me that I am Canadian, and so this is the knowledge that I have is based out of here. These statistics, though, and this research is very much relevant to the student experience globally. As you can see, when it comes to career development, students often choose to take a gap year to help them become more employable. Students say that it's helped them define their career path and also to help them acquire the skills to be successful in their chosen career. When it comes to attending post-secondary, so if you decide that you'd like to do university after your gap year, students come back and they've demonstrated a higher GPA. They're getting better grades. And in fact, students that have taken a gap year are often more engaged on campus and taking part in leadership activities. This really is a reflection on having that break away from school for a while and doing something really incredible for yourself that's going to help refocus you and re-energize you for school when you're ready to go back. And in terms of personal development, there are so many reasons why a gap year can benefit you. These are some of the things that are harder to quantify. But students do come back and talk about how the experience helped them as a person to gain confidence, to become more mature, to gain an understanding of the world and the people around them that they're sharing the world with, to become more connected to their chosen field of study, and to just feel more clear and in control of all those options ahead of them, more in control of their lives.
I had no idea if I wanted to study, what I wanted to study, who I saw myself becoming.
Whether I want to go to university, I want to take up an apprenticeship. I think this year away is going to give me plenty of time and experience to be able to make a solid decision.
Now I know exactly what I want to study, and I know that I'm ready to learn.
I'm actually starting to think realistically about my future now.
It prepares you for life.
And I think if you explain to any employer what sort of experience you've had doing this sort of project, they're going to be amazed. You become way more employable, definitely.
And who's Lattitude? We are a global nonprofit organization with staff around the world there to support and send you on your way for your experience of a lifetime. Established in 1972, we are the original gap year organization. We've been doing this for a long time. We have various options for you. So what that means is, as we get to know you, we're able to match you to something that really suits how long you want to go for, where in the world you want to do, you want to go, what you want to do, what kind of experience you want to have, and what you want to get out of the experience. So we have 3 to 12-month options, as well as some shorter and more flexible options as well through our action projects. We have 15 exciting destinations for you to go and explore worldwide, and 6 main volunteer roles to match what it is that you're hoping to get out of the experience, to match your career goals, your talents, your passions. And also we have a variety of programs that meet a variety of different skill sets that you may have, and volunteers are eligible between ages of 17 and 25. So when you complete grade 12, if you are still 17, no fear, you still have a variety of options ahead of you. I did mention we've been around since 1972. That means we're approaching 50 years of history. So I meant it. We have been doing what we do for a long time. What that means is Lattitude has been very influential in even defining what a gap year is. We know that learning and development and becoming better is a really important part of your gap year, as well as all the fun and adventure that you're going to have along the way. Our focus really is on youth development. So what that means is that we really want to see you have this experience where you transform and you become the person that you'd like to be. We offer structured and supported volunteer placements. We give you expert advice and we support you every step of the way. In terms of where you will go, Lattitude offers supported placements in a wide range of countries around the world. There are 2 types of experiences. There's our country immersion experiences, and most of our programs fit under this umbrella. So here, this is where you live and volunteer in the same place for the duration of your placement, and that ranges between 3 to 12 months. It's really an immersive experience to give you that ability to get stuck in one place. Feel like you're a local and make a significant contribution as a volunteer. And then we have our action projects. Action projects include some shorter term options. So a few of our destinations do offer a shorter term option for you. So if you're on a tight schedule, this is a really great way to go and have an experience. We also have Project Europe, which is a little different as well. What this does is it actually combines a few short-term volunteer experiences across a few European countries. So you have the opportunity to explore Europe, to visit and volunteer a number of countries and have a varied experience in each one of those. It's a really great option for those who want to just explore a little bit more. We'll just quickly show you a map of where in the world you can go. As you can see, we have a diverse offering right across the world. So the darker color here, the navy blue color, it does refer to the countries where you'll find an action project option for you. The red square refers to the places in the world where you can have a country immersion placement. What I recommend is that you visit our website for the most current information on our offerings in each of these countries. Each country has a dedicated page on our website where you'll see a detailed listing of what we offer. You'll also be able to go and see some stories from our return volunteers who've been to those locations. In terms of what you can do, we have a variety of options, but they are broken down into 6 main work types when it comes to our country immersion placements. School assistants help out in schools in a variety of different roles, but those roles do not include teaching itself. It can be supporting students in the boarding house. It can be it could be helping with sports, coaching sports, being there for school trips, extracurricular activities, and so on. Outdoor camp assistants. This is a really awesome option. It's a chance to go and become part of camp life. You get to work with youth and work in the outdoors and get dirty. It's a chance to work with youth and their outdoor skills, such as rock climbing, archery, abseiling, kayaking, orienteering, the list goes on. Don't worry if you don't have any experience in these areas. As with all of Latitude's placements, there's no requirement to have particular experience. So when it comes to our outdoor camp assistant placements, we do suggest that you should like being outside and maybe you are somewhat sporty, but you don't need to have any credentials beforehand. You will receive extensive training when you arrive. Our language coach placements are a really, really cool way to make a difference. In this role, you're going to help students practice their conversational English with a native speaker. So here's a chance for you to go and help people to improve their language learning. This is a unique way to make a difference. For a lot of people, English really is a language of opportunity and opening doors. So you really can make a significant difference by being a language coach. Teaching volunteers really make a wonderful contribution to students in under-resourced schools. As a volunteer, you'll be helping to teach a wide variety of subject areas. So this is quite different from our school assistant placement because here you are going to be participating in teaching aspects at the school. And then community volunteers. As you can see, it's a long list of places around the world that you can be a community volunteer. And that's because there's valuable community work right across the board and everywhere that we send volunteers, really. This role involves working with organizations whose goal and mandate is to help people to live with dignity. So it may involve working with people with special needs, the elderly, or other individuals that have a disadvantage. We have a wide variety, a wide range of opportunities, and we look forward to sending you on a really, really meaningful experience as a community volunteer. And medical assistant placements. This is a great way to go and grow your medical skills. So although I mentioned before that no experience is necessary with our placements, I just want to reiterate it. You do not have to already have any experience in the medical field, but if you would like to pursue a career in the medical field, this is a great way to go and support medical professionals in their patient interventions and learn about the healthcare system by seeing it in action. So you may be working with the Red Cross hospitals in Japan or with primary care providers in Ghana. And our action projects, I've referred to these a few times. So just want to reiterate here that there's a couple of different ways that you can do an action project. Project Europe is quite unique. What it does is it combines a range of different experiences in countries across Europe. The experience is about 5 months long, but it consists of a variety of short-term placements in different countries throughout that period. Our action projects are in a variety of locations. I'm going to highlight the Greece and Ghana action projects, but there are other options. The Ghana Action Project has a focus on reading with children in local schools. So great option if you are looking at one of those educational placements, but you'd like something shorter term. And then our Greece Action Project is just very unique. It's quite different from all the other programs that we offer. The focus is on animal welfare and marine conservation. So if you love animals, this is a great option for you to consider.
As soon as I started to learn about Lattitude, I started visualizing myself overseas, surrounded by different people, surrounded by a different culture.
Realising that I can work quite well outside my comfort zone.
And it's such a unique experience as well. It's so different from anything else you'll ever do in your life.
There are some moments where we just be like, my life is extraordinary.
I know I will remember this experience forever.
And you see the world. What's better than that?
Lattitude provides support before, during, and after your experience overseas. So support before you leave includes interviews with every applicant so we can get to know you, meeting with the country manager. So this is our staff member who lives in the country that you'd be going to and will support you on your placement. We provide placement matching to make sure that you are getting the placement that best suits who you are, what you want to get out of the experience, and who you want to become. You'll also be paired up with a volunteer coordinator, and this volunteer coordinator will be your person to help you with all your pre-trip preparations. And that includes your pre-departure briefings. While you're overseas, you will have airport pickup, a group orientation and training. You'll also have your country manager and local representatives there to visit you on your placement. There's also 24/7 emergency support should it be needed while you're overseas. In addition to what Lattitude provides, the host organization, who you'll be doing your volunteer service for, they'll be providing you with accommodation and food for the duration of your placement, mentorship and support while you're on your placement, as well as a weekly allowance if that's possible, if that's within their means. Support when you return includes opportunities for you to get involved as an alumnus of the program. So that may be attending our events, having a chance to share your experience with those considering going overseas, or to attend pre-departure briefings and talk to students who are about to go where you're about to go. There's opportunity for you to debrief your experience, to be part of our alumni network, and also we are happy to write references for you as well. In terms of next steps, it all begins with your online application. Get that in. Don't worry about it being perfect. It's really just about you letting us know what you're interested in. What we'll be doing once we receive your application is to set up your interview. So no matter what you put down for your first and second and third choice on your application, we're still going to talk it through with you during the interview process to make sure we're very clear on what it is that you hope to get out of the experience so we can properly match you. So just do your best with your application and put down what you think you'd like to do, and that way we will connect you with the right person for your first interview. After you've been interviewed by our first staff member, likely your volunteer coordinator, you'll also have a second interview by video chat with your country manager. So this, again, is that staff person that lives and works in the country that you be volunteering in. After that, it's time to prepare for your journey along with your volunteer coordinator. So this staff member is dedicated and is an expert at the country that you're going to. They will help you with all the things like your flights and your visa applications and all the various details needed to have in place before you go overseas. You'll have a chance to attend our events, and then the exciting part comes. You get to pack your bags and start your journey. Let's talk a little bit about our costs. I'm going to just review with you the country immersion program, the cost structure for that. I do suggest you visit our website to see what the costs are for our action projects, as they do vary. Our country immersion programs are most common, so I'm just going to detail that for you. Our program costs are there to help sort of cover off all those supports that I talked about that Lattitude provides. So that is what the program fee goes toward. We are a nonprofit organization, and so the program fees are there to support our organization and make sure that these opportunities are available to you. All right, let's begin. So it begins with an application fee. This is $50 US dollars. All the pricing here is quoted in US dollars. So the application fee is paid online with your application. The deposit is $500, and this is paid upon acceptance of an offer. So between your application and the deposit, you will have had all your interview process with our staff, and will have an opportunity to ask a number of questions and receive quite a bit of documentation and be really comfortable with the offer that you've been given. It's at that point we ask you to accept your offer and pay the deposit. The rest of your program fees is divided into your interim fee and a final fee. So the interim fee is $1,000 US, and this is due about 6 months before departure. Your final fee is $1,300, and this is due 60 days before departure. So the total program cost is $2,800 plus your $50 application fee. It's a pretty good deal when you really think about it. All that the value that you're getting for the course of your placement, the support, the accommodation and food from your host, and everything else that goes with it. Some additional things that you need to budget for include your visa. So this is the travel document that you may need in order to enter and stay in the country that you're planning to volunteer in. Your volunteer coordinator will provide you with all the guidance on how to apply for your visa. When it comes to your flights and insurance, again, your volunteer coordinator will be there to help you with booking this. We'll link you up with a travel partner so you can get the best rate and the best value for your flight. Remember, when you're traveling for a long-term experience, it's a little bit different than when you're going on a short-term vacation. So we want to make sure that you have the right flight and the right insurance package in place. Immunizations may be required, so this is something that there may be a cost attached. We also recommend that you budget some spending money. While those of you who volunteer in our developed countries where our hosts are able to provide a stipend, it is meant to be sort of a modest stipend to help you along. We suggest having some spending money to help you with the fun and the things that you do on the weekends and in your free time, and any incidental costs that come up along the way. Fundraising is part of your experience. We suggest that you think about how you can make it more accessible by reaching out to your communities and using your creative skills to make some money and make this program even more accessible. We're happy to give you some pointers on how to do that. If you'd like more information, we do suggest you attend an information session. So Lattitude, we host a number of info nights, information sessions. So they may be, we often call them info nights if we're hosting an event. They're often in the evening, in person, so that way you can come and your parents can come along and answer questions. We also offer info sessions online as well, using video conferencing tools. So no matter where you are in the world, if you're not able to attend an in-person session, a video session may be possible as well. To find out about our info sessions, the best way to get that information is through our website and our social media channels. So Lattitude Volunteering is where you can find us on both Instagram and Facebook. And we also suggest that you follow along the hashtag Lattitude Volunteering, because this is where our volunteers are also posting their posts with this hashtag. So you'll see posts from right around the world if you follow along the hashtag. There's our website, there's our email. Please reach out to us. Please visit the website, check out our volunteer stories, fill in the form to get more information if you'd like to hear from us. We really want to hear from you and send you on your way. And of course, our website's also where you're going to find your online application. So just want to thank you for joining. Again, that's the website. Reach out. We really look forward to meeting you.